Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up that screen. CYBL, Cybl. Got some real good news today, and the stock is continuing to go up and very nicely. Let's get into CYBL. But very quickly, I'm sure you know that the interest rates went up by 0.75 basis points. So looks like we're going to be paying higher interest rates on money, et cetera. They're trying to tame this terrible inflation and terrible gas prices. I know gas prices have come down a little bit, but that's because of demand destruction. People just are not driving as much as they used to because they can't afford it. It's hard to put $100 in your tank every time you fill up. And when you go to the grocery store, it's costing really 30 or 40% more for anything that you would actually want. And then energy prices have gone up and just everything costs a fortune now. So maybe this will help tame it down. It's hard to believe that an increase in interest rates would actually be good news. It's ridiculous. But that's the world we live in these days. So be it. But at least we've got some good news on Cybl. As you can see, the badge promo sticker is gone. We don't have that anymore. We're still dealing with the yield sign, which they've been working hard on to get rid of. But that promo badge is out of here, and that's one of those negatives that people don't like to see that's looking to invest in a company. And as you look down here into disclosures, you can see they just turned in as of the 25th, so that's what, 2 days ago, the quarterly report, which they redid using the format required by the OTC. They'd been using the SEC format, according to the CEO, but now they're using the OTC format, and that should satisfy them over time. It may take a few days, it may take a week or two, it's hard to say, but they appears well on their way to get rid of this pink limited, I hope, because that would really help this stock, because this is a no bueno. This is hard for people to put up with. And I showed you this yesterday. I actually covered CYBL, but then they came out with this news of the promo badge being gone, and several of the comments on my video explained that and let me know that it actually had just changed. So that's real good to see. But their revenues continue to go up. April, they did 2.46, May 2.7. They're estimating $3 million for June, according to the CEO in his last update. And it's important to remember this is a profitable company. Last quarter, they did $6.2 million in revenue with a profit of $1.465. So a very good net income. They're estimating, well, I think we know it's going to be close to $8 million, maybe a little bit over that for the second quarter. So this 1.4 should turn into about 1.7, 1.8 in that neighborhood based on this profit margin. So that's pretty darn solid. I feel good about this company as far as a profit and loss statement is concerned. And also, if you look at this market cap of $61 million, that's not very high, especially for a company that thinks they're going to end up between $40 and $44 million for the year in total revenue, which means they're going to have a heck of a third and fourth quarter. But, you know, they've been hitting their numbers and exceeding them, so I'm going to have to go with their numbers as long as they continue to hit them. And this market cap's not that high. This yield sign's really hurting this company. But we'll look at the chart here in a minute. You can see it's had 2 really nice days. But this company could become a real value investment or a value stock in the OTC, which is really weird. I mean, there's almost no such thing as that in the OTC, but this could be one. Could be a bit of a unicorn in some respects. That's an overused term, of course. Everybody likes to say unicorn, but this one might be. And here you can see you've had a big jump in the price. It was sitting around 1 cent, and now it's all the way up to 1.4. The last couple of days, it's really run up. And today it's up 18%. Yesterday it was up about 14%. So, you know, over 30% in the last 2 days is really strong. And this was a good buying opportunity down in this corridor between 1 cent and 1.3, and now it's over 1.4 right in that neighborhood. So, you know, pretty interesting to watch how this goes. Now, if that yield sign goes away, this thing could jump even more. And the shorts are continuing to pile on this company. 42% yesterday, and they're probably buying right now. That's why you're seeing this big jump, because really they're in a spot. If this thing continues to go up, look, when you short a stock, you can have unlimited losses. That's why it's so freaking dangerous to short a stock like this, because if it starts getting good news, all of a sudden they got to start buying that stock back. And if you don't know how a short works, it's it's not pretty simple, but this is how it works. They basically buy from somebody that's holding long. They pay them a percentage, a small percentage for that stock. Then they run off and they sell that stock immediately on the open market. And what that does is put downward pressure on the stock. And what they're hoping is with that downward pressure and a lot of negativity, which you'll usually see them on social media, push that stock down, then buy it back at that low price. And they got to keep all that difference. Then they scurry off and they run and return it to the rightful owner. And that's how they make their money. So they actually participate in this is legal manipulation. It's allowed to be done. Okay, don't think they're doing anything wrong. You know, you may ethically think it's not right, but it's absolutely legally allowed. So, you know, they're not breaking any rules by doing that. But that's how they make their money. And this stock jumping up like that is a freaking nightmare for them.
Well, I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
That's right. They didn't think CYBL had it in them. Well, I guess they did. All right, folks, and that's good news for CYBL today. I thought I'd just do a quick update. I know I did one yesterday, but I mean, this is pretty substantial to see a stock jump 18% today anyway. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover CYBL. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.